dominating the race.
Here we go for another episode of First Levels. Oh yeah, here we go. Now what in the hell am I playing? Let's skip over. What do we have? Weird little preppy kid? What's he doing? Circus Caper! Whoa, now this game, an old NES game, I honestly couldn't tell you when it was made. It's pretty retarded. Here we go, we got a clown. We're at a circus. This kid and his little sister. And, well, you don't have tickets. So this clown lets you win some tickets. And you go on in. Oh, lucky number 8. We have to get an 8 to win the tickets. That makes no sense, but whatever. Mr. Magic? Really? Mr. Magic? Wow, this is really stupid. Okay, so basically got this little kid, has to go save his sister from the circus. I don't know what those clowns are supposed to be watching. We gotta punch a bunch of people, running around, standing on their hands, throw soccer balls at them, throw hammers at them, lots of stupid crap like that. Oh jeez. The soccer ball just sort of falls to the ground before it starts moving. This wasn't the difficult game. I remember I didn't have that much difficulty beating this game when I was a little kid. It just took me a little while to get past the second level because there was some weird thing with the controller. So here we are, we're at the end of the level, and you can't reach that. The only way you can actually get through this is if you had press select, you had this weird little brick item. You do a brick, and you jump on it, and you can get through, and that's the end of the level. I know, that was really dumb. Whoa. Rock and Roll Racing. Now this was a racing game, it says 93, released for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and it played sort of like a really awesome version of RC Pro-Am. It was sort of an early concept of vehicular combat, where you drive around and you're not only trying to beat them in a race, but you can also destroy the other vehicles using weapons built onto your cars. Now, I love this game. This was one of my favorite SNES games, and, well, you'll see why. This is the kind of game which I would still pull out every once in a while and enjoy.
The stage is set. The green flag drop.
Ooh, voice acting. Now, the commentator is called Loudmouth Larry, and actually he can get quite annoying because he says a lot of the same stuff over and over again, and he talks a lot. But he'll announce who's in the lead, who hits a boost, who picks stuff up, who shoots who, whatever.
Shred was lost out there.
Now you're not really going to get a chance to see me do it in this race because I was performing a little bit too good for the others to catch up with me. But you can destroy the other cars with the weapons. Like right now we have, in the beginning of the game, you start off with the cheapest of the cars, and they're really, I think they have the same performance, but they have really simple weapons. See, we have, up at the top we see a 1, a 0, and a 0. We have 1, like laser cannon, 1 or 0 jumping things, and, well, now we have, since we passed the finish line for another lap, we have everything replenished. We had 1 oil slick that you can drop on the road to make the other cars slip. As you continue on with the game, you start to get better cars. Like, there was one of them on the screen where he picked our car. We couldn't pick because we didn't have enough money. But instead of shooting laser beams, it fires missiles. And instead of jumping up into the air, it like has a sort of boost that makes it drive faster. After that car, you get like a tank track kind of vehicle that's even faster than that and will not get slippery when it runs over an oil slick. Then there's another one which is like a hovercraft. So as you continue on with the game, you earn money. And you spend your money on faster cars and better weapon upgrades for them and everything like that.
Jake scores a first place knockout. Viper finishes second. Rip is a weak third. Shred is in another time zone.
Next game. We got Pilotwings. Now this was an early game for the SNES. Let's see what year it was made for. I hope it tells me because I can't remember really. 90 or 91, so that would probably be a launch game for the SNES, the Japanese version or the American version. And this game was really something back then. And you'll see why in a minute. We have the option of choosing one or the other, light plane or skydiving. I'm going to do both of them for the purposes of this episode. But here we go, it's a flight simulator, and it's a flight simulator of various types. So we had light plane, we also had skydiving, we also have rocket packs, you also have hang gliders, and stuff like that. It's a lot of cool stuff you can do in this game. Now, the early missions are really easy. It's almost impossible to screw this up unless you're trying, and I'm actually trying a little bit here. But the kind of 3D effect comes from the old Mode 7 graphics that they used back on the SNES days, where it looks kind of like a 3D environment, but everything's like flat as a pancake. There's no vertical access to any of this stuff, which allows you to do something like this fairly well. But you'll notice, especially when you're using the jetpack, that the buildings don't rise up off the ground any. They're just completely flat, flush with the surface of the ground. Now we're going to go and move into the next event. We're going to do skydiving. Skydiving was a little bit more difficult, I think, than using the light plane, because it's easier to just you have to land on that target that we took off from. And if you can, you wouldn't want to land on that weird little yellow moving thing that's going up and down. But that's not really too easy, so I'm never even going to try doing that. You could skip ahead and just fly right off the plane, but I showed the entire fall. Now, as you're going down, you need to go and make it through these rings in order to get extra points. I only needed 47 points to get the flight certificate, so that's not a big deal. But, I could open a parachute now, but no. And, whoa, a little too close to the ground. That's dangerous, you know. We're going to go for the 70, but I miss, and we hit 50 points. Plus, we're still alive, so that's good. $153 points. Awesome. I think we only needed 100. There's our flight certificate. And that's the end of the episode. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.